Welcome to the Races TV. Well, it's been a very sad week for racing in this country with the tragic passing of Simone Montgomerie last Monday in Darwin. Clare Lindop is our special guest today. Firstly, let's have a look at the calendar of racing coming up. On Saturday, it's a big day at Morphettville. 2 feature races there. We've got the Adelaide Galvanising Spring Stakes and also the Cavern-Clemic Memorial Grand National Hurdle. On Sunday, now we're racing at Gawler on Sunday. That's the meeting we lost at Balaclava on Wednesday. Next Wednesday, racing at Strathalbyn, and Thursday at Narracourt, but both of those tracks pending track inspections. And I just want to mention the trials on Monday, a real bonus at the trials on Monday at Morphettville. We should see the unbeaten filly, the Blue Diamond winner, Miracles of Life in action. Well, Claire, it's been a horrible week for your riding community with the tragedy in Darwin on Monday with the loss of Simone Montgomerie.
It really has been, Terry. I think perhaps because Simone was so well loved in South Australia. She started in South Australia. She's well known to all of the riders here. And she was a beautiful girl, and both her parents, Peter and Leanne, are also big racing people here in Adelaide. I rode for Peter for a long time when I was, especially as an apprentice. I had a good association with him, and to think that Simone has always been around racing, always wanted to be a jockey, and you know, she was doing something she loved, but it's absolute tragedy when something like this occurs, and I guess it does a bit of a reality check for everybody. And
just 2 days after we celebrate National Jockeys Trust Race Day.
I know, ironically, isn't it? We actually had the Memorial Day on Saturday where we have a minute silence in the mounting yard to remember all the fallen riders and riders who are living with life-changing injuries. And for her to have the fall, and such a big day as Darwin Cup Day too, it's really, it has been lovely how the public have come to support, and all the racing community obviously have knitted together, and that's one thing that, you know, it's an odd community. We're very competitive, but we all stick together and support each other, and it's the support for Simone and the family, and even people supporting the jockeys here in South Australia has been lovely. And you know, very grateful Australian Jockeys Association. We've got representatives in Darwin at the moment helping out where they can, and everyone has access to different welfare counsellors, etc. here in South Australia.
And Claire, we've still got the fundraiser coming up for the South Australian component of the National Jockeys Trust, and that's on Saturday, August 24. Can you tell us about that day?
Yes, well, we have a fundraising day. The South Australian Jockey Association hosts a fundraising day at the races where we invite past and present riders and their families, and obviously anyone is welcome to come and join in a luncheon. And now, obviously, with the tragedy of Simone Montgomerie, we're going to have a Simone Montgomerie tribute race. I see in Melbourne and Sydney they have a race named for her this Saturday. We've decided to make our trust day to be also proceeds going to Montgomery Trust Fund, which has been set up by the Darwin Turf Club, and we'll make the whole day a tribute to Simone, as well as past other riders who have lost their lives in same sort of tragic incidents. But if you would like to come to the luncheon, there's still tickets available, and we've got lots of generous donations for silent auction and raffle items, and we're hoping to have a really good day. And I think the key word is tribute to Simone. It's not a memorial. We want to sort of celebrate her life and what a beautiful person she was. And you know, she's going to leave behind a legacy now, and her beautiful daughter Coda, and we all want to support the Montgomery family this time.
We've had a really bad week because we had one of our trainers, Colin Baker from Murray Bridge, involved in a really nasty traffic accident. I think it was on Tuesday, and Colin's in hospital with some pretty serious injuries. Yeah,
I think that, well, I've personally sent Colin Baker my best regards for a speedy recovery, and you know, all of the jockeys want to help support Colin as well in this time. Yeah, terrible accident. So I'm relieved to hear that his horses are okay, and I hope that Colin pulls through okay.
New racing season also sees the launch of a new Jockey silk sponsor. Maybe you can just take those silks off me and show them to the people. So tell us about Lucrative, who are obviously a superannuation company.
Yeah, we all like wearing the word super on our bums, I think, especially the girls. Lucrative is really exciting. I'm glad that they've come on board. They sponsor a partnership with the Australian Jockeys Association, and it's very hard to get a sponsor nationally that every jockey can wear at every race club and not clash with anyone. So we're really rapt that Lucrative Superannuation have come on board. It stands for Labour Union Cooperative Retirement Fund, and they're a small superannuation fund which has started up basically for working and for working people, not so much government around, which when they first started about. So we're very proud of that fact that they're sort of a smaller company and they help workers just like us. And Greg Sword, the CEO of that company, actually is involved with the National Jockeys Trust. He's on the board of trustees, and he helps when people apply for the trust and there's a decision to be made who gets grants for funding, for help. So he's on that and very involved with National Jockeys Trust. So we're really excited that he's come on board as a sponsor. We're very thankful to Jerry, Ryan and Jaco, who has been our past sponsor for the past 3 years. Luke are on board now for 3 years, and we're hoping they stay on, because the changing of the silks has been a bit of a nightmare to get every single jockey the right pair of silks and make sure they wear them on. As of 1st of August, we started wearing them. And yeah, it's very exciting to have Luke on board, and National Jockeys Trust is growing. It was established in 2004, and I think it's starting to really show. And this week particularly has shown how good it is in times of need.
And the new racing season, you're off to a fly. A treble last week at Morphettville with Leon McDonald and Andrew Lewis. You've got a full book of rides on Saturday, except for the hurdle. You've left that to Amy Herman. But I want to talk about Gamblin Guru in the Adelaide Galvanising Spring Stakes. 51.5 kilos. He's the baby of the field. What are you expecting from him first up?
Look, he's a very exciting horse, Terry. Liam McDonald, Andrew Lewis, we're no strangers to throwing horses in the deep end, so we're hoping that it works out this time as well. We've pulled it off before, so you never know. Look, it's 3-year-old against the older horses. We do have that lovely weight relief, 51.5. I'm not so sure if I personally think it's lovely, but, it's exciting to think that potentially we could be in with a real chance. He'll get back in the race and he'll get home. He will need the run, which is probably a little bit of a question mark as to where he is at as far as his fitness goes. But with a lightweight, you never know, we might come home over top of them.
Let's hope you have another big Saturday, Claire.
Thanks very much.
Well, thank you to Clare Lindop. Let's have a look at the two feature races at Morphettville on Saturday. Firstly, race number 3. This is the Cavern Clemic Memorial Grand National Hurdle. This will be run on the Park Circuit. Already 2 scratchings, just a field of 8. 3 South Australians in the lineup: Demosa, Sheztan and Target Explorer. You'd imagine Demosa the best of our chances, although Sheztan did run very well at his only jump start. And then we go to the feature race on the flat on Saturday, race number 7, the Adelaide Galvanising Spring Stakes. What a cracking field it is. At the top there, you can see the Group 1 winner, Happy Trails, the multiple Group winner, Budrigas. Right down the bottom, the horse we discussed with Clare Lindop today, Gamblin Guru. We'll see you next week again for the Races TV.
There's nothing like a day at the races.